All right, making money is super, super easy. Let me show you. This is my Coinbase wallet app. I've got about 200 coins I'm trading. And I'm just going to run you through my trading method. It's called starfish, right? You cut off 5 legs of a starfish and you're going to end up with 6 starfish. And that's basically what I do here. Now, I'm going to skip unlock protocol right now. It's having a liquidity problem. Um, but basically, I go to the bottom of the list because it sorts from most valuable to least valuable asset allocation or coin allocation. And I'm going to take the highest coin that I'm trading. That's 735. This is 386. Now, the starfish method itself is swapping half of the difference, right? So then you know if you could do the mental math, that's great. So mental math, I would add 14 to this to bring it to 4, and then count 4 to 7 is $3. Add 14 to 35, which is 49, so it'd be 349. Because it's an odd number, I'll add a penny to make it 350, and then do 175, right? But there's a faster way to avoid that um, mental math. There'll be an anomaly right now that I want you to not worry about. So you can see the dot that I'm using on the screen where my finger is. So this area here, when it says due to high price impact, you'll lose a lot of value on the swap, try a different token. Don't worry about that. Just proceed as normal, because if later on when you flip the script, it's going to end up giving you more back, right? So there's some kind of like pricing disparity, but it's balanced when you're trading from and to. Like right now, it's a 26-cent difference. And here it's a 25-cent difference. So it's actually better coming back later. So I'm just going to accept this. And most tokens will be closer together in value. And so it gives you that warning that the transaction might fail. And it might, but most of the time it doesn't. But the one time where you want to take it seriously and completely avoid the trade is if, well, I'll show you in a second. After I tell you the easier math calculation is to set a bar, right? So I've set a bar of about $5.30. That's really close to the average of the value of my account per coin right now. That's really close. So if I'm looking at $4.66 to get to 530, I can just be like, all right, well, I'll add, 44 cents will bring me to. Right, so the 6 and the 6, I just add 4s to those to bring them to 0.1, to 5.1, and then add another 20 cents, right? So I would say, okay, so 44 plus 20 is 64. So 64 will bring me to 5.3. And some change, but then it'll probably go down in the next screen by 1 penny. So we're still going to be 2 pennies above. That'll be 532 in the end. And if down here you had a warning that said this transaction will likely fail, and when it does, you'll lose the network fee, it always fails when it says that. So avoid those and send those coins to a different wallet. I have a different wallet called Hell that I send all the problematic coins to. And every now and then I come back and check if anything is liquid enough to sell to Ethereum. And then I'll bring that money back later. Okay, so that's basically it. And why does this work? The most important thing you're ever going to hear in life is that quantity growth matters more than value. Why? Because value is a function of price and quantity. But you cannot predict the future. You cannot predict a price. You can try. You can get kind of good at it. I've gotten really, really good at it in the past. But it's not very good to gamble, okay? All right, the second way to do that is to actually skim from the top and just take, money off the top. Like this is 766. And I'm just going to bring it down to $5.30. Well, now it's at 772. So I'm going to get rid of $2.42. And the reason why I would do that is if my Ethereum gas token got too low, and I just wanted to, because you spend a little bit of Ethereum on every trade, right? In this case, it'll probably be somewhere between a fifth of a penny and a penny. Right now it says that the Coinbase fee will be $2, and it says the network fee will be, or sorry, 2 cents, and the network fee will be somewhere between 4 cents and 5 cents. But that is a lie. That's the Ethereum transaction, the real Ethereum. This is the base network Ethereum, and you'll see after this swap. Don't worry about this because it's just a high price impact note, which means if I were to buy Dream coin, then I would be getting more than what I'm paying. Yeah, so let's look at that last transaction and see. So that's a Coinbase fee smart contract executed. Actually, it was only 1 penny. Most of the time, though, transaction fees are really, really low. I think they actually have to be like under $1 for a really, really low transaction fee. Like, things look weird right now. I'm a little confused. Because I've been buying. Okay, because I haven't been swapping small sizes. All right, so I'm not exactly sure what the number is, but you can get fees as low most of the time when you're just doing starfish trading, when you're trading small amounts. So if you keep everything kind of close together and just trade small amounts, I don't know exactly what that number is. I think it's less than $1. Then your transaction fee super super low. This is a third of a penny. This is like a fifth of a penny. If you're trading like $1 or more, I think it's like a penny per dollar. It's still really really low fees. Anyway, so that's the starfish method, and if you do that, like I'll give you some math to show why this works in a second. So it's blank because it's loading slowly. This app has a lag kind of a lot. All right, so let's take a $4 value of math, and we're gonna swap starfish style. We're not gonna use the bar this time. We'll do the exact math. All right, so I'm going to take away 3 cents from this number, and then it's $2.54, which brings us to 127. 127. Okay, so $1.27 compared to $4 is more than a 25% growth. It's probably like a 30% growth. And $1.25 taken away from 650 is less than a 25%. So I'm always sacrificing a smaller percentage of the quantity from the higher thing for a larger percentage of the quantity at the bottom. Now, when the price impact is bad, it might seem like that's not the case. But then when the script flips and, the guy who was a problem is now on the other side, then that trade to whoever is going to give you that much more in return, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, but it's going to be really close to even. So in this case, I'll do, what was it? I think I said $1.27. And look, I'm gonna get 10 cents more back. I'm gonna get $1.37. So when I buy math again, it'll be probably 10 cents less. All right, and so that with every single trade, the average percent of quantity changes across all your coins grows. And if you do that over and over and over again, you're growing a mountain of things. And there always exists a quantity at any price. Your quantity grows. Like the price can fall 99%, right? But if the quantity grew by 100 times, then you haven't lost any value. And if it grew by 200 times, you'd have doubled your money when everybody else lost 99%. So that's the point of this. It's an unbiased mindset. People who are chasing dollars and value, greedy types, they want to get in quick and out quick. And if they can make money that way, good for them. But I'll tell you the thing, it's the same as the guys who go to the casinos. They brag about the wins and they keep the losses to themselves and they don't really come out that much farther ahead. I had that syndrome like 20 years ago when I was gambling too, and not wanting to look bad. So I understand that psychology, but this is a gamble-free method. It's not gambling. You're not predicting the future. You are literally building something, and what you're building is a stockpile of all the things. So if you're, a Christian, this isn't gambling. It's not sin. You can do this and feel good about it. And I think God wants you to do this because, this is an opportunity for you to provide more for everyone you love and for the church or whatever. And, if you're just if you're an atheist and don't believe in that stuff, that's fine. This is still a solid way to make money or to grow wealth. I have automated this system. on Coinbase Advanced, and I can apply the exact same logic to automate it for every exchange in the world. Personally, I'm offering that service to friends and family, but I don't want to do automated trading on my own because those exchanges don't have all the coins that I like. I like the up and comers as well as a few meme coins, but I look at projects, and if the project looks promising, oh yeah, I'm gonna spend Ethereum now, so I'm gonna do the bar thing. I'm going to try to get to like 5.3. And again, to make the math simple in your head, you can take the 6, and then 4 to 10 is, or 6 to 10, 6 to 10 is a difference of 4, and 9 to 10 is a difference of 1. And that brings you to $5.10, right? We're doing it a little different. We're not going, 31 cents, because, mentally, people make that mistake a lot. So just assume that if you just add those last two digits individually up to 10, that you're going to get to 10 cents higher than the next dollar level up. So that should be your bar. And that makes it really easy. Like if my bar was 5.1, I would just look at this and I would say, okay, there's a 4, there's a 1, I'm going to add 41 cents, and that 41 cents will bring me to $5.10. And then since my bar is now 30, I just add 20 cents to that math. So I see 41, so now it's going to be 61, and I'm just going to flip this and send 61 cents over to Lunar Lens. And I'm getting more bang for my buck in this direction, which means when I trade the opposite direction, it'll be less, but still about even on average. Good to know. Okay, next. Ethernet. All right, so what was it? 3.5. So 35 brings me to 510. Add 2 to that, 55 to get to 510. I mean 530. Wow, okay. So if you press a button and it doesn't work, then just kind of wiggle on the screen a little bit. Oops. What was Aether again? I said, oh yeah, I said 55. And again, because it's just a high price impact warning instead of this will fail warning, we'll do it. And proof that this works, a friend of mine, I set this up with her in her wallet app for like, she put $1,000 in, and after the initial fees, it was like 960 or 940 or something. And today I think she's around like over $1,600. And then I set up another guy friend with the automated system. He put in $10,000, but I had some blunders going into it, so I actually wiped like $1,500 off his account on accident. But he's sitting around 15, close to, I think he's at 1450 is the last I checked. So he's up like almost 50% within the last month as well. And then I just got that same girl who's doing this strategy manually. She's put in 7,500, but her value is actually lower right now, but her quantity growth has increased substantially. So it's like if all the prices return to their original with the current quantities, she'd be in a lot of profit. But she started at the end of Bitcoin's bear run to almost 100,000, and Bitcoin lost like 8,000 of value since then. And then I think it's gone back up a bit. It's kind of playing between the 90 and 100 range. Anyway, so the starfish method absolutely works. And if you have a problem coin somewhere, you can send it to another wallet. Like I send mine to this wallet called Hell, right? Where it looks like I'm a trillionaire, right? I spent $5 on the coin called Thruster. And I was like, holy shit, I'm a trillionaire. Just kidding. I knew it wasn't real. Like, but then I try to extract the liquidity. It's like, ooh, well, it was 2 cents. It was 2 cents yesterday. Now it's 7 cents. So that's a 300% gain on my 99% loss. But then if you actually try to withdraw it, it doesn't work anyway. Like, this isn't gonna work. Well, maybe it will this time, but it didn't work the last 2 times I tried earlier today. See if I got some sense out of it. This is literally a $5 loss. Oh my god, it worked this time. Aw, man, I should have waited. Who knows if $2 trillion of liquidity might have shown up. I guess I could buy it again. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy $1 worth. Okay, so that's like three. Hold on, thousand. Hold on, thousand million. Yeah, I got 3 trillion for a dollar. How does that make? Oh yeah, because the value went up. Maybe I only spent $2 yesterday. Okay, but look. So I'm gonna get it in a second. Maybe. Don't. Really? You don't wanna sell me a trillion of these? Really? You don't want to sell me a trillion of these? Come on, let's take it. Oh, it says the transaction will likely fail, and it did. So that's what I'm talking about. If it says it'll fail, it will. So now they're taking all their money back, and they're okay. So I guess they're letting you liquidate for almost nothing. Um, but look, like it looked like it was gonna be good. But anyway, that's the thing. So the way you want to play this game, if you haven't done anything yet, is start a new wallet and spend like 25 cents on maybe 1,000 coins. I put basically $200 on like on maybe 700 something coins. I put 30 cents on each, and there was no discrimination. Basically, I did this. I just I have two phones, so it makes it easier for me because like if you scroll down this list and you click something, you have to scroll down the list again. But with my second phone, I open up the search over here. Hold on. I open up the search over here while I'm looking at the list on my other phone, and I'm going down one at a time now. Now the first like 500 coins, I just bought them one at a time, and I was going down that list and I was going crazy, and then I was like, wait a minute, I have two phones. And so after that, I started researching the coins, but I bought indiscriminately, even coins without an icon, even coins that had no liquidity. I sent hundreds of coins to the Hell wallet, and then hid a lot of them. I purged as many as possible, and I think I was basically playing Squid Game with like 700 coins. And as I was whittling down that list, or liquidating problematic coins, I would be doing the starfish trading method um, on on all my coins. And if I encountered a problem one, I'd either liquidate what I could, send it to hell, and then the list would get smaller. And even though I sent like 3/4 or 2/3 to 3/4 of my coins away, just doing starfish for a couple months, maybe not even 2 whole months, I still ended up with like 300. Hold on, let me think about that. It was like 300 something, and I had started with like 210, I think, and then I ended up with a pretty good list, and that pretty good list was like less than 200 coins. And then while I was swapping those, I realized, all right, now I'm ready to do this a little more hardcore. And so I got these guys some extra. I got, what was it, like $600 of USDC into here, and then basically I got this number to exactly 1,000, and then I started swapping and redistributing that across like my set of coins. And after buying like, I don't know, 100 more, basically I have 250 coins that I'm trading um, in here now, and pretty much all of these I've actually researched. Like if we click on any of them, let's try Super Champs. This is what I look at. I look at first. Actually, I kind of like to I look at the all, then the 1 year, and I'm like, okay, so it's been here less than a year. Okay, so it doesn't look much different. It's probably only been here for a month or two. You could actually just hold this down and move all the way to the left and see, oh, it's just started recently. But there's already 28 million in here. Now it could be crypto bros just like teaming up with their billions of dollars to just like scam people. But who cares? We got 696,000 daily volume. Most people were buying. And there's if it has an official website that actually works, that's a bonus. And then you look at it and see, okay, well, is it a meme coin? I'll buy a meme coin if there's like $1 billion in it. There's $1 billion in Pepe right now. Anyway, you just scroll down, see, okay, so it looks like this is going to be some kind of animated metaverse. There'll be some things to, will there be things to do? Don't know if it's a game or not, but it is kind of a beautiful website. So it makes me think that You know, they've got good talent on the team. I don't even have to know the team. I don't really care. Um, because all I know is if I can swap the coin easily, then I like it, you know, because I don't care about who the players are. I just care about how efficient they are in my system. Okay, so I've given you starfish. I've given you the easy method of swapping half of the difference between the top value and the bottom value, and that will guarantee quantity growth. And I've also given you the bar, setting a bar and then trading up to that bar anyone who's below it. And now here's the thing: if the values of everything fall, you just got to lower the bar to somewhere around the average, okay? And then anything above it, you just bring it to that bar. Whatever you need to do to make it fast for you to do, because every swap will affect 2 coins, right? So with my 250 coins, it's going to take me a maximum of 125 swaps. And what I've learned is that obsessing about it and doing it all the time does not result in as much growth as being lazy about it and waiting like a week in between, because when the divergences are bigger, the quantity growth per swap is immensely bigger than like say the difference between top and bottom is only 4%. And let's go ahead and get a calculator. There's only 4% difference, and you're only trading 2%. So what's 1 divided by 0.98? Okay, that's 2.04. If you minus the 1.02, that's your growth. That's your quantity growth rate. That's very small, right? But if you do the same thing with like a divergence of 20%, right? What's 1 divided by 0.8? That's 1.25. That's 25. And now that's going to be minus the original 10%. Sorry. All right, where's the backspace? Oh, here it is. Minus the original 10%. And now your quantity. Wait, I don't think I did that right. Oh, that would be a 40% divergence trading 20% over. Okay, whatever. So let's say you're doing 0.9. Sorry. Something is getting your bottom coin is getting 10% more. Okay, so no, hold on. If the bottom coin, let's say the bottom coin is split up like into 9 pieces, and you're giving it one more piece to give it 10 pieces, then you have this number, which is 1 divided by 0.9, which is 11.11, right? And so when you subtract, you subtract the original 1 that the piece that you took from the top guy, you have an 11.11%. Sorry, actually it's a 1.1, yeah, because it's minus 10%, so that'd be like minus 0.1, and you have 11.11. Hold on, I'm not doing this right. So 1.1% unbiased growth, I think, is what it's supposed to be. So 1 divided by 0.9 minus 1 point. Oh, yeah, it would be minus 1.1. Yeah, that's your 1.1% growth. Quantity growth, okay? But then if it was divided by 0.8, so it would be minus your 20%. So it would be minus 1.2, 1.2. There we go. Now you've got a 5% growth. So the difference is huge if the divergence is bigger. And so are there going to be that many more swaps at the smaller scale such that a smaller divergence makes sense? So the way to optimize this algorithmically would be to check the divergence frequency and stay on top of that. But since you can't do that unless it's automated and have the fast calculations and keep track of everything over time, you might as well just pick a nice number like I am going to stop at a certain point. And what is that point? Okay, so let's say I am going to stop when, let's get to the bottom of this list. I am going to stop when, this will be really easy, right? What's a 10% of this number? It's approximately 47 cents. So if I'm trading less than 47 cents from top to bottom, then I'm not going to do it. So I'm just going to keep doing that in the wallet app until I hit that number, and then it's a decent divergence. So I'm basically getting at least a 1.1% growth on every swap, 1.1% quantity growth for those two things. All right, if you do that every day, or sorry, if you did that once a week on all of your coins, and you'll have a range. Like some of the divergences will be actually over 100%, right? But we don't want to word it like that though. We want to keep everything between 0 and 100 and everything between 0 and 1 for scales. So I have some fancy, well, actually, it's really simple math that I did in my trading robot that preceded this one. Let's not talk about that right now. Let's just do this easily. Okay, so Sophia is at 4.78. So I want to make sure that the trade size, let's say if I'm doing starfish instead of just dispersing Ethereum across all of these, was 6.49. What did I say that was? 4.78 and 6. Sorry, I'm going to add 32 starting at 5. Add 32 to that. That'll be $1 and $1.81. Add another one because it's an odd number and I want it to be nice. $1.82. That'll be 95. No, so that'll be 91. And 91 is bigger than 47. So I'm getting basically not quite 20, but better than a 10% gain in quantity for sure on Sophiaverse. And WoW is going to give us 2 extra pennies. And after this, let's see. Wait, why do I have to use my... That's a little weird. I disabled fingerprinting. Why did it make me use my fingerprint? That's interesting. I don't remember re-enabling that. All right, there we go. So that was a pure starfish method. And again, if you don't like the mental math of averaging 2 numbers, then just set a bar that's easy for you to mental math and then do it that way. All right, again, base. All right, so now I want to make sure it's higher than a 48. Oops, wrong one. All right, so 482, add 18, we got 5. So it's going to be $1.56. Half of that is 78, which is bigger than whatever I said a moment ago. Hopefully I did those in the right order. Every now and then I forget which one's on top. Oh yeah, it's higher than 48. So I would do this until I reach that threshold and then just stop, okay? Because the closer you get, then the smaller the effect is. It's like an exponential change. So like if I mean this is probably why, investment firms are really slow with the stock markets to grow your shit, because stocks move a lot slower than crypto. Forex is extremely slow on zero leverage, but with leverage it's great. But then this strategy wouldn't work with leverage because, if you're trading on 100 to 1 leverage, then a 1% move in the wrong direction will clear your capital. So you're not going to want to trade like that. So crypto really is the way to do rebalancing for max, potential like that exists. And I offer algorithmic solutions so that you can do this automatically, but I'm starting to think it might actually be better to just run that trader like once every 3 days or 4 days or 5 days, or develop a way to track basically the divergence frequencies of the set and to adapt the trigger depending on the live data I'm getting. Okay, yeah. We could also put a momentum tracker on every coin, and if something is diverging with high momentum, right? Well, there's momentum and there's acceleration and deceleration. We can wait until at least the momentum decelerates before allowing it to trade. So that would be that's a project to optimize my already working glorious robot. And now I'm just bragging instead of teaching. So I'll just say, if you want me to automate it for you, put $10,000 in your Coinbase Advanced account, set up API keys, and then I'll run the robot for you until you make $30,000. Once you've made $30,000, I'll take $10,000 from it and then give you the robot to use forever on your own. And I will, if it, I'll have something in place like a will where if I die, my list of customers gets the code so that if they, change their API keys or lose access, at least I can take that code to a specialist to adapt it for them to some other platform, right? But I plan on living for a long time, so we can get started whenever. And also, like, if I made your money in the first place, then um, if I keep my promise of getting you to 30,000, which I will, because the other people who are using this are well on their way, pretty fast actually. So um, yeah, hit me up. Like, we could work a deal. I want this to be private, friends and family. Um, I don't want strangers, right? I'm not gonna support any possible form of criminality or terrorism or anything like that. Okay. All right. Well, have a beautiful, blessed life and day. Take care. Bye.